Alright, we're back. You see what I did here? I found an old muffler that I had kicking around and the metal was good. So I went ahead and put it up and filled that little hole that was right there. And that'll keep the exhaust or anything else from getting up in there now. I'll go inside and do something from the inside as well. As far as this is concerned, I'm going to go ahead. I've got another piece of that exhaust, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on the top of these, and that should seal that up for now. All right, at least for now, it's not going to have any issues keeping the heat coming out the pipe. For now. Eventually I'll get around to replacing it. This is following right down the same road as the caliber did. That whole top of this, the whole top was gone. In fact, there's the caliper's muffler. Alright, so I'm done for the day. I gotta get the donut that goes in between the exhaust manifold and the exhaust pipe, because they gave me the wrong one. And we're back on this 08 Jeep Compass. Here is the correct donut that goes in between the catalytic converter and your exhaust. As you saw, that other one was like half of this. So I was able to get that. I went to Advance, they didn't have it. So they called over to AutoZone and I was able to get it. So that is that. Let's get this back together and we'll be done. Okay, as we can see, we have our exhaust donut on there. Don't think it really matters, it's just the way the manufacturing it was. So it's gonna go like that, the other one's gonna go on top, and you get your spring-loaded bolts, which are right here. And then we'll get those up there. Just gonna go ahead and get your hangers, get your rubber hangers hung on here, and you should be good. Okay, now when tightening up that bolt, sometimes it catches on the edges of this and it's not gonna push the spring. You want this flexing on the spring. So when you're tightening this down, sometimes that bolt is gonna grab on the edge of that flange. You wanna make sure that when it's tightening up on the spring and not tightening up on the flange. Okay, we're back. I managed to find, the boys there managed to find me a 2-inch and a 2 1/4 outer diameter, and that will fit perfectly over the inside. Let's see, well, ouch, we got here. So it should go right over this perfectly, and this one here, and this side here should slide over that perfectly. Yep. I actually made it. I didn't have to worry about it. So there we go. I need 2 hands, so let's get this done. Okay, I got thinking I was gonna have to remove something to get this to slide on there, but let's back out some. There we go. All right, we're back down. All right, like I said, I thought I was gonna have to remove something because by pulling this down, I pull this down. Pull this down. What? When I pull this down, and I'm going to push it back up, there's still a little bit of a gap in here between the two. But I thought I was going to have to remove something. But look how slick this is. It slides right over it, all the way up. And now I can pull this down. I'll be able to slide that right back over that. It's going to be tight. There we go. Slide it right up to my lines and put my clamps on there. I got new 2-inch clamps. And then I'll tighten right up down and we'll be good. See, the thing is, I've got a 2 inch outer diameter right now that's over this, over the 2 inch itself. But the problem is, you know, it's clamped down, and I wasn't gonna mess around with trying to get that off of there and then just put a 2 inch inner diameter across the top. I just wanted to find something to adapt to this and then do it that way. And of course, I have these 2-ton safety stands that I bought two or 3 years ago, and they pay for themselves every time we use them. All right, well, let's go ahead. I'm using this one here to keep it. Get right on up. All right on my line. That means I'm right dead in the middle between the two. And there we are. Now let's pull it up. And we're good. All right. See, I added I think I did the video. Yeah, I know I did. Did the video on adding the trailer receiver. And this was my problem, is when I put that new donut in there, it made it too long, and it was banging up against, it's been banging up against this, should I say, the whole time when I did it, and I didn't think much about it. So right now, I'm just getting it so this is not gonna hit anymore, because that's where it's been hitting, is right at that point. Before, it was so tight right up in here. So now I just got to get that adjusted, and then get my clamps on here, and we done. All right, there we are. I got it clamped down. We should be good here. I got plenty of clearance right here now. So no matter what's going on, bouncing around, all my rubber hangers are secured here, and I got another one right here. Still gotta pull it through a little bit so it's completely through, and I just got to tighten up my nuts on my bolts up here and install and plug in my O2 sensor again. And I gotta reset everything. Make sure I got everything ready for inspection. I've got that at the end of the bunt. I'm trying this one-handed. Come on. You get it? Ah, there we go. Think so. Come on. There we go. Come on, flip. There we go. Alright, there we are. Okay, just gotta tighten that up. We're good back here. I'm gonna crop together. And those, got both of those bolts. Those are, I don't know, 14. 14 on that one. And like I said, I yanked one of these off. I wasn't gonna cut that. I could have, but it was just too much work. I was just trying to see if I could get a flared union to do the same thing. So anyway, so I'll get that tightened up, and my exhaust situation should be, or my breathing carbon monoxide issue should be solved. I can't remember, those are 20. Donut? The donut was like 20 bucks. The screws there were like 11 something, I think. And this union was $6. And of course the clamps are like $5 a piece, so about a $50 repair for parts. And if you were in a shop, they'd be charging you $100 an hour, and for me it was about a 3-hour job. So they're gonna, I don't know exactly what the book is, but messing around trying to get parts and stuff like that, it was about a 3-hour job. All right, we'll run this and I'll finish up on the video. All right, there we are. I've got them bottomed out. Let's see, bottomed out on that one, and then I'm bottomed out on the top one, up against the back flange, and there's still plenty of spring load on that. So snug them up, and then eventually it's just gonna heat up, and you know the nuts aren't gonna go anywhere. And they pull it up tight against the donut. So we're there and solid. I like it. You got nothing banging back here, and that's it. All your hangers, all my hangers are done, and O2 sensors hook back up, and it's spring loaded. The springs are still gonna function up front. So what I use is a 13 offset. Come up behind it like so, and then was able to do the exact same thing up on top. Had to go up a little higher and stuff and come back down, but offset's the way you're gonna want to go there. A small breaker bar with a 13-inch socket. It's gonna have to be a deep one on the back side. And then I used a flex head cold bolt ratchet, and then I actually used this one with the extension to break that when I broke that off. So you could actually use one of these to hold the back of it as well. And I use large set of large pliers. These are Channel Lock brand, and I use those to pop the rubber hangers off. So, all right, there we are. We're done. If you like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, definitely share, and we'll definitely catch you on. You're definitely gonna catch me on the next Dana's Garage Project Jeep. And this was replacing the exhaust donut from the catalytic converter to the exhaust, and then I had to adjust the length of the exhaust because it was too long after putting the donut back in, and adding the rear receiver.